Good evening, good people. Welcome everybody. It's your friend Rusty Money here. We are live on Angela Whispering Hollow for another episode of the live challenge, Angela's Contractor Domination Challenge. So welcome in. Kevin, how are you? Alright, we gotta turn around. Good to see ya. Dead Calm, welcome. You're doing good. Good that you are doing good. Jeremy, welcome. Let's see. Okay, let's go down. David, welcome. How are you? So I plowed in the grass field that was here, everybody, because I cut out more trees. I'm not going to cut out the rest of those. I'm going to leave them there. I just wanted to make the area a little bit bigger. So we are re-putting grass in here. I got like, I think it's like 80,000 liters of wood in my wood chip production. How much is it? Let's see. 88,000 liters of wood in there. Over 23,000 liters of fire logs we can go sell. Just haven't sold any yet for a little while, so we will do that to hopefully get some more money. Maybe I don't know, maybe buy another piece of property, or yeah, I don't know, we'll see where we end up. We gotta plow another field in, and yeah. Jeremy, I'm go just playing on the homestead challenge. Ah, cool. What map are you playing on? What map did you choose for the homestead challenge that Crust2 created? If that's the homestead challenge you're doing anyway. Oh, I know, I'm not able to plant there. I know a little strip is like out of bounds. Okay. Oh, baby. We got fish fry for supper tonight from the local Knights of Columbus. It was pretty good. Next week I hope to go to the fish fry about 15 miles north of us. 13 miles or something like that. Tomorrow morning I gotta work. We go back to work on Saturdays now, starting tomorrow until noon. And then we got a tax appointment. And I'm supposed to bowl tomorrow night, but we'll see what happens. Wednesday night at league bowling, they had a bunch of mechanical problems, so we had to move a set of lanes. So I don't know what will happen. I don't know if we'll even get to bowl tomorrow night. Gotta go bowl in a tournament, a fire department versus another fire department. I'm playing on the Millennial Farmer map on 22. Oh, okay, Kevin. Okay, cool. Cool. What map are you playing on there, Jeremy? Didn't see that you said there what the map was you were playing on. I'm on Owendale, Michigan. Owendale, Michigan. Okay. I don't think I have looked at that map. I don't think. I'm playing on Oak Bridge, Scroff's Edit, Bevington Farm. Nice, Grumpy. That is cool. 9 awesome people checking out the live stream here. Welcome, everybody. We just about live streamed Drummond Farm, but I chose this one. I'd like to try and keep Drummond Farm recorded, but I just haven't been in the mood to record on it. We've been recording a lot on farmlands with Crustu and Zorch, so between work and real life and that, I just that's been enough recording for me for right now. Artemis, welcome, my friend. We got $65,042. We are in October. About 8:30 in the morning. Hey, Cobbler Farms, my friend. Sorry I was at work, so I missed your live stream, my friend. But everybody, please help me by doing the following. I'm doing Krusty's Homestead Challenge. Yeah, that's what I figured there, Jeremy. That's what I figured. Yeah, this is the place where old men hang out. That is right. No! You're only as old as you feel there, Cobbler. Thanks, everybody, for wishing my dear friend Cobbler Farms a special happy birthday. I think I will have a age crisis, I know, but this body of a cell just keeps crumbling. Whoa, Jody, welcome. How are you? I thought I had it lowered, but I didn't. We're just putting in some grass, some new grass in a bigger field here. A little bit bigger field anyway. And then we got to go plow our other new field, and yeah, I'm playing on Jasper River Valley. I had it installed, Jody, and then I had to uninstall it so I could figure out why Crustu and I couldn't join Zorch the other night. We were having a little bit of problems. Seriously, sincere thanks for everybody. You're welcome, Cobbler. But I did have that map installed there, Jody. I want to try and create a challenge for it, but right now this week's been kind of busy, and we did 2 recordings with Zorch and Crustu on Tuesday night. We usually just do one and then do another one on Saturday or Sunday, but this week we're not recording on Saturday or Sunday. So we have episodes recorded. We actually got next Thursday's recorded already because we did 2 recordings the other night, so big things happening in my version of the 1 tile challenge with Crustu and Zorch. Big things are happening. You'll see some of it tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. If you're a member of the channel, you can already go watch tomorrow's episode. I've been trying to release the episodes to members of the channel at least about 2 days before it goes public. Two or more days, depending on if I've got it uploaded and edited yet and all that good stuff. "12 amazing people checking out the live stream. Welcome, everybody." Yeah, so we had some delicious fish for supper, and our fish fry here in town, it also comes with soft serve ice cream. So we had some soft serve ice cream with strawberries. Oh, yummy. That was yummy. I could have had more, but yeah, they only give you a little cup full. Which, you know, is probably all I should eat anyway. Some nice mods and maps this week. Hey Lee, how are you? There's a happy birthday from Lee Cobbler. Another happy birthday for Cobbler Farms. Cobbler Farms hit another milestone, everybody. That Rusty is not far from hitting himself. Cobbler Farms turned the big 5-0. I saw where the Colossus was updated. Yeah, the Colossus was updated. I saw that too. I'm thinking that mod is getting pretty large. I'm really thinking about uninstalling it, everybody, and maybe even uninstalling it for my multiplayer on Kinlake, and implementing a couple of other harvesters that would help with certain crops on Kinlake instead of having such a large mod pack. It's a great pack, but it's taking up a lot of space. Only 50. Wow, I got 6 years on Mr. Cobbler. Damn, now I feel old. Oh, Lee, you're only as old as you feel, my friend. I have 1,500 mods installed. Grumpy, I think Crusty Farms has got you beat. You need to go watch one of his episodes on his Fine Foods series. He talks about how many mods he has installed and the issue he had with a certain situation. I think there's a spot right there I missed. That's why I'm going back here. There it is, right there, I think. Now I think we got it. We will see if we got everything. Yeah, look at that. It's all planted. All planted in. Now we need to go plow this field. Yeah, the more you get, the numbers faster the time goes. Just turned 40 and now my son turns 5 and I'm 50. Yeah, Crust2 had a few mods, that's for sure. I updated the Colossus mod before I read the patch notes. Oh, really? So you're saying don't update it? I just started watching Crust2 videos. Crust2's good. Watch his Fine Foods series, Jeremy. That's where he talks about a mod issue. A couple of different mod issues, actually. But you gotta watch several episodes. It's a good series. I'm about episode and a half behind yet on that series of his. So here in this series, everybody, this basically is a map domination challenge. It's just that I called it Angela's Contractor Domination because contracts are making you money, you know. It was just the way I wanted to, the way I wanted to name it, I guess. I wish you would buy the old Case tractor on farmlands. Have you thought of a competitive multiplayer challenge besides the farmland? Cowboy, Crusty, Zorch, and myself have kind of visited about something, let's say. I don't know when that will kick off. If we don't choose that particular map, I might choose that particular map to utilize in some kind of multiplayer challenge myself. I think that would be really neat to see. I wish you'd buy the old Case tractor. I don't know if I have it on here. Let me see if I have it on here, Cowboy. Are you talking about this one right here? And using it on farmlands? Because that is the old Case tractor we have available on farmlands. The only reason I haven't bought it, and it's the only reason I haven't bought it, is because it is the tractor that I upgraded to in my version to the one tile challenge on calm lands in FS22 or 25, excuse me, in 25. I was talking the competitive part between your... I agree, Cowboy. I think that would be really neat to see. I was talking the competitive part between your opponent. I'm using 2 old IH tractors. Ah, cool. Yeah. Yeah, so I did Zorch's one tile challenge on Calmlands in 25 because he also, you know, re-released it for 25 as well when Calmlands came out. But I didn't take the challenge as far as everybody else because I actually liked Calmlands in 22 better than I do in 25. In 25, to me, Calmlands looks a little unfinished, especially up by the store area. That's just my opinion. But I also did a tremendous amount of work on Calmlands in FS22 that I didn't want to do it again in 25. Now I've touched on it a little bit in a couple of episodes in our Farmlands series with Zorch and Crustu, but I have asked both Crustu and more importantly Zorch if I was to decide to record episodes in single player mode on Farmlands, would either one of them be okay with it? Basically what I was thinking about doing was choosing a different starting tractor, number one, probably the modded version to what we're using, and a different shed, but doing the same start, but seeing if I would choose a different direction. I don't know. It's just something I've often thought about, and I don't know if I'll do or not, but I really do like the map. I really do like Farmlands. At first, I was kind of unsure how much I would enjoy Farmlands, but I really like the map. Do I think I'll actually do it or not? I don't know. Probably not, but I have had the thought several times of doing an individual version. I'm just seeing maybe how different I would do it, because I think I would place some things in a different spot than I have currently. But I will say yes, there is a particular map that Crustu, Zorch, and myself have discussed doing in another multiplayer competitive series. I think one thing I would like to see is if the map is going to get an update or not, and I don't believe it's gotten an update yet, but I really hope it does. I think it will. It just hasn't happened yet. I enjoy watching you three on Farmlands. You guys have a heck of a lot of fun on there. Yeah, I really like it. I really do. This last episode, well, that came out yesterday. I know my tone of voice and my mood wasn't very good, but things just weren't playing out. Things just weren't playing out the way I wanted to. But I will tell you, I can't wait for, I especially can't wait to see any people comment that haven't left a comment in any of my videos. I want to see if they'll actually leave a comment in not only tomorrow's episode that comes out, but next Thursdays as well, because there is some, yeah, I don't want to give it away. There's some really, yeah, good things. I'm curious to see what everybody is gonna say. After I'm done with Homestead Challenge, I will want to do is a few acres farm challenge. Is a few acres farm challenge. I think the one tile is really cool, but I feel 2 or 3 tiles would be better, so limited with the use of one tile. You are correct, Cowboy. I kind of feel the same way, but I really think that our tile on farmlands is a bit bigger than our tile was on calmlands, so I really do like it. Yeah, I hear your tone. Are you keeping the BGA busy, Rusty? I hope. You wait and see. Okay, now we need to fertilize that field, to lime it and that good stuff. Should maybe consider a stone picker, but I don't really want to use the money on a stone picker yet. We got product in my silo. Alright, we got lime. That'll work. There's really a few maps right now, everybody, that I really want to play. You know, it's always fun starting something new. It is. I really am. I don't know how many people like it, because I really haven't seen anybody even create any content on it, which I feel bad for the person or persons that put all the effort into the map. But I really like the map pack called Wompsville, and I really like the forestry version. I really like to do something on that map. I just don't got room for it right now. I noticed one thing on my own behavior. I don't want to watch the other guys because the mystery and excitement what they have going on disappears, which kind of sucks. Yeah, so What do you mean? Like, so if they're doing a similar playthrough as you, Cobbler, or just watching other people's content in general? I enjoy watching other people's content because that's what gets me the spark of wanting to start something new. So yeah, Wompsville is one of the maps. I'd like to try and figure out something on Poor Boy and Bruce's Gaming's Jasper River Valley. No, I mean on your one tile challenge. Oh yeah, okay. Yep, I understand. I get that. Yep, I am spreading fertilizer. You are correct. I'm spreading fertilizer. You're correct. Next will be spreading lime. We are playing with seasons, but we are playing without precision farming. I'm still probably one of those few players that still haven't even installed that. I liked precision farming in 22. I just haven't given it a shot in 25 yet, and you know, early on I think there was some issues, and yeah, I just haven't. Just haven't. Yeah, so Wompsville map, Jasper River Valley. I also really am leaning towards, I really have started to like the appearance of Rolling Meadow by the same mod author that created the map New Hope that I did a playthrough on already. It's a great mod, works fine now. Just water my greenhouse. Just water your greenhouse. So those are kind of the ones right now that I have interest in. I'd love to try and create a challenge on Carpathian countryside. I had a lot of requests to create a challenge on Carpathian countryside in 22, but ran into the same problem. Too much stuff going on. Too many other, you know, projects. What you growing in your greenhouse? Yeah, what are you growing in your greenhouse? We don't got a greenhouse here yet. Spread and digestate. Oh. The Memphis, New York map is a nice one as well. I'm trying to think. I think that is also one cowboy that has interested me in taking a look at as well for more of a American style map, I guess. I'm also like, even though Krusty, you know, lives in Canada, and I'm here in the US, I actually enjoy the same thing Krusty enjoys. I really rather myself play on a Polish or European map than I would a American map. A lot of the American maps I just don't like. And I think the big reason why is this. Is because most of the American maps that people have made, they have ginormous fields on. And I'm not a big fan of large fields. And I realize in some playthroughs I've done, I've created some big fields, but that's not how I really enjoy playing the game. I like starting out with fields like this size here, or other fields that are smaller than this one on this map. So that is, I think, one thing why I like the European and especially Polish maps. Polish maps are probably my favorite, actually. The Polish maps I've also found, depending on who the mod authors are, the Polish maps are, in my opinion, more decorated. And I like decorations. Well, I mean, yeah, that's probably an understatement. At least in this game, anyway. You know, like, yeah. And I've also have really grown to like maps that you can do what you want with. Like, what I mean is like maps like New Hope or Calmlands or Farmlands. I really rather myself, I think, in some scenarios, rather do a playthrough on maps like that than I would maps that are already situated. And the only reason I think that I'm enjoying, like, let's pick this one as an example. I think the only reason I'm really enjoying this map is because this map is like basically not far from 100% buyable. So I can do whatever I want to this map. And that's kind of the whole inspiration by the challenge I created for this map is I basically can make this map my own, because 100% of it is basically purchasable. Now, not everything sells, but a lot of it can be purchased. Okay, we gotta get over there to a couple of comments and catch back up there. Cobbler says, have you noticed that there is a lack of Asian mod maps? Even that came with 25 would be different, right, Cobbler? I have to get 5 pallets of lettuce, strawberries, and tomatoes. You have to get 5 pallets? Why do you got to get 5? Did you set yourself a goal? Jeremy, did you set yourself a goal? Oh, nice. Cool hard cash coming. And see, we've had a lot of new viewers here, so I won't tell the whole story because sometimes I get a little drawn out with it each time. But in short, the reason I play the game the way I do is because I was one of those players that discovered that sign that gives you lots of money called the government sign. and I literally burnt myself out. Like, this is not fun anymore. How can I make this game fun? And so then I just, I took the inspiration, I'll say, behind watching Daggerwin on No Man's Land. And I took Daggerwin's gameplay and thought to myself, how could you change that type of gameplay with any map you wanted to play? You know, how could you do something different on every map you were to choose to play on? And how are you? What do you project for an end game? So I always try to figure out what my end game is. And then once I've figured out the end game, then the challenge in my mind just sprouts from there. And that's what's really, I guess, made it more fun for me playing this game is setting some type of goals that I gotta meet on each map that I choose to play. Because if I get on a map, and some of you've probably not heard me say it, some have several, but I have a huge difficulty getting on any map, any new map that I was to choose to play, and just get in new farmer mode and take off. I mean, I'll literally, I'll get to the farm and I'll look at the tractor and be like, okay, I got this tractor and I got that spreader and I got a harvester over there in that shed and I got a plow over there in that shed. What do I do now? I just never have enjoyed new farmer mode at all. Like, and what I mean by that is just loading up on new farmer mode on any map and just using that equipment and taking off. I always got to come up with some other way, and most times I always choose a different piece of land to start on instead of the home farm. There's only been a select few maps, and I shouldn't say maps, I should say mod authors, really. There's only been a select few mod authors that I really enjoy how they create their maps, and so I have had a great time in like new farmer mode on their maps, and those maps are very few and far between. Probably the maps that I like the most, one is maps that are created by a mod author that is not around Farming Simulator right now, and that is Alien Jim. But I would probably have to say, everybody, that actually there is two other map authors that I really enjoy how they create their home farms, how they create their entire maps, and what gets me to actually enjoy their map without having to choose a different piece of land to start on. And those maps are created by Black Sheep Modding. That is probably one of my most favorite map authors. And even though I'm not starting on the home farm on the Piscinaire Valley in 25, I have the goal to buy it because I wanted to have that goal to buy it. I didn't want to start on it. I wanted to actually spend a lot of time on that map. So Black Sheep Modding is probably one of my most favorite map authors. And then probably the next one is probably actually Rajat G-Play, who hasn't really had a map favorite for me in 25 yet, other than his conversion from 22. Cobbler says, Dead Calm says, have you seen the map Homestead by Jacob? It's an open minimal map reminiscent of No Man's Land. Yeah, I've seen it, Dead Calm. The only time I've looked at it is the same day it came out, and it had the water plane issue. And then the next day, it got an update, and I never got it reinstalled. Yeah, I've looked at it. I think I'd really have to get on it and just play around to enjoy it, I think. Right now it's not really grabbing my attention. Cobbler, same, always have to start with some idea and pretty custom, right, Cobbler? I agree. Grumpy says, I play on hard mode now, it is so easy to make money. Lee, yeah, I like the way you choose to play any map, Rusty. You don't follow everybody else. Thanks, Lee, I appreciate that. And that's the other thing too, is you know, kind of like Farm Sim Guy. Farm Sim Guy said this recently, and I think it was when he was in a live stream with Farmer Sim, in Farmer Sim's kind of like interview show, is that the question was asked to Farm Sim Guy about something to do with like creating content and you know, kind of what you enjoy most when it comes to creating content. And the Farm Sim Guy's reply was, you know, the problem with creating content with Farming Simulator is it's becoming more difficult. And his statement further is because now you can see Grandpa's farm over here, Grandpa's farm over there, Grandpa's farm up there, Grandpa's farm down there. Everybody is doing a Grandpa's farm series. Like everybody has done one. So it's like you gotta think like outside of the box. And so he said that's why he really had spent a lot of time putting together his series on that Elk Mountain map, because he wanted to do something like totally off the wall, which people really enjoyed. Okay, now I wanted to see here on this field. Now, okay, it is fertilized 100%. Alright, I want to go ahead and cultivate, because I like cultivating, even though we have a direct drill. Seeder. We're going to cultivate this one before we seed it. And I guess that's kind of why, you know, when I do like role play and stuff too, I might not make the best role plays. I don't write any pre-script at all. It's just fresh out of the horse's mouth, if you will. And so You know, probably one of the most fun role plays I ever made so far was actually an FS19. It was probably one of my most favorite role plays I ever made. And that was a series I called Back to the Sticks on Uncle Marty's farm. And it was on a map by Peter 716. And that map, if I remember right, was called New Brook Farm, I think. You got me thinking, have I done a grandpa thing? Can't remember, maybe, probably. Cobbler, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it again. And I know you've heard me say it like probably half a dozen times. What I would really love to see from Cobbler Farms is for Cobbler to find another map like that tiny little itsy bitsy Polish map and do a Survivor series again. One of my most favorite gameplays of yours is still from FS19. I absolutely enjoyed it. I'm still waiting. Oh, right, Lee? Right? I agree, my friend. I agree. You did Uncle Willie's farm? Yeah, see, okay, so you all have kind of asked about, you know, what I think about this map and what I think about that map and what I think about this other map over here. And then we're talking about this whole farm thing, you know, and Grandpa's farms, and now we got, you know, like Jeremy making the statement about Uncle Willie's farm. Let me tell you, I have a challenge in mind that I have been tossing around and have a lot of things I still need to tweak, I guess. I don't want to totally give it away, but I will just say that I give you some hints. Something when you're really wanting to pass some time by, okay? And wanting to look for something new to watch. I have this challenge that is on the back burner because I still want to try and figure out where I want to do it, how I want to create it. Because I not only want this to be just for me, but I want to see everybody else do it. And actually, when I was thinking about this idea, I thought to myself, you know, this should just be a series of my own. And then I thought, no, I don't want it to be just a series of my own. I want to see everybody else do it. So how can I make that happen? And so I've got a pretty, I'd say a pretty attractive idea in mind. If you go on my YouTube channel and a few other people's YouTube channels, I will mention them in this live stream. But what I want to try and do is intertwine some challenges, and I'm probably going to say quite a few challenge names right now. But if you're bored sometime you can go back and watch the first couple episodes, and maybe something will trigger, and you know, you might be inspired at, well, maybe not inspired, but maybe you'll be like, I really want to know what Rusty's got in mind now. But there's an old challenge on FS19 that was started by one of my admins of my Facebook group, actually. And the name of the challenge was this, and it's kind of long. But if you put this into on YouTube, you'll probably see a few different content creators. And it was on the very popular No Man's Land. But that challenge right there is one of the challenges that that has led to this idea I have, along with a couple of other challenges that also kind of fit the same journey, if you will. One of the other challenges is the very first one that started my channel, which I didn't even like release for everybody. It was my own little private series. But it's what led to me developing other challenges. But some of the concepts from that series is also a part of this new idea I have. As well as, like somebody said earlier about not just starting with one piece of land, but maybe 2 or 3. So I can't, well, I shouldn't say can't, because I can, but kind of a perspective in some way of like what Zorch has done with one tile challenge, but not limiting you to the one tile challenge. But there was a challenge that was created by the same person that created the Sly Hill Homestead challenge, as well as myself. Gary and I came up with this challenge at the start of FS22, and it was actually at the end of FS19. There was a few people doing it in the end of FS19 before 22 came out, and we released the challenge before 22 actually came out, because we knew the map was coming to 22, we just didn't know when. And that challenge was this. And it also was on the same popular map. But what do you want to say? Some of the goals in that challenge are also kind of a part of this new idea I have in mind. I actually have, so I did the Build It challenge on FS19 and 22. I wish I still had my 22 farm build, because I really liked it, but I ended up actually losing it Shortly after the start of FS22, my game file went corrupt or something. I lost about 3 or 4 game saves, and only about 2 of them I actually rebuilt because there was a lot of time spent in the other 2 or 3. But I do still have my version to the Build It Challenge from FS19 on No Man's Land. I do still have that game save. I've live streamed it not long ago. Actually, I think the last time we live streamed it, actually, we got a raid from my commander-in-chief, is what I call him. But we got a raid from Argsy Gaming the last time I was on my version of the Build It Challenge on No Man's Land. But, you know, when you talk about maps, and not only just maps, but finding ways to start challenges, I'm going to touch on another challenge because the creator of that challenge is in the live stream chat right now. And I had a lot of fun with that challenge. And it has led to me looking for maps that have that same feature. The name of that challenge was this, and it was at the start of FS22. And that was the Bake a Cake challenge on Calmsden Farm. And why did I enjoy that challenge so much? Not because it was created by our great friend Cobbler Farms, but because you had the option in the challenge to buy the periphery of the map, which was free. And then your land that you got, which was free, you could do whatever you wanted with. And that is one game save I wish I wouldn't have deleted. And I didn't delete it not very long ago, actually. I did a lot of work. I made Calmsden Farm look a little bit different, let's say. I did a lot of tree work. And a lot of tree work before we even had good forestry mods in FS22. So when I look for maps to play on and, you know, create challenges on, I often look for maps where you have the opportunity to buy the periphery and the periphery's free. You just had to bake a cake. Oh, yeah, right? You just had to bake a cake. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That challenge was very unique, everybody. And in short, Cobbler, I don't know if it was Cobbler or our friend Chad from CBW Farms said it very clearly, which made a lot of sense, and it was in their video for content for that challenge. Was that challenge was created so well that it was like a reverse production challenge. That's what a lot of us referred to it as, was a reverse production challenge. What do I mean by that? So in FS25 on Calmsden Farm, you placed the, I think it was the cafe, wasn't it, Cobbler? You placed the cafe on part of the property at the store on Calmsden Farm as an additional, like, sell point. So you could sell cake. Oh, the bakery, actually. No, was it the bakery? Because then up by the greenhouse is where you had to place the bakery and the grain mill at the start of the challenge. So you owned, at the start of the challenge, you owned the bakery and the grain mill as starting productions. But you didn't start with much equipment at all. Yep, and the sell point at the store. That's right. But I don't think we started with, we didn't start with much money, and I don't believe we started with much equipment either. Yep, and the sell point at the store. John Brock, you're doing well. Good thing. Yeah, I think you had to start with contracts, and there was a lot. Yeah, there was a lot. That's very true, but they also paid pretty good. And we could lease. So what I remember I did was I took out a, what was it, could we could lease, or no, we couldn't lease. I think we had to I don't think we could lease. We could take out a loan. So I took out a loan on a big I took out a loan on, I don't even know what there is in this game for one, because I haven't used any. Where's it at? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I took out a loan in my version to Cobbler's Challenge, and worked a bunch of contracts by taking out a loan and buying a big sprayer like this. And it took a lot of contracts to get it paid for, but it was well worth the investment. Think I'm gonna have to go watch that series. Sounds interesting. It was good. It was good, Lee. I recorded a good portion of it, but I also live streamed some of it. But this kind of new idea of a challenge I have in mind, I really think that a lot of people will be interested by it, and I think it will potentially be, hopefully, as attractive as Krustu's 200 horsepower challenge or Zorch's one tile challenge. Alright, now we can plant some new crop in this field. See what we have the opportunity to plant. I really like this modded tractor too. This is the one that is by Hispano. "22 amazing people checking out the live stream. Welcome everybody. Alright, what can we plant in that field right now? What is available? Barley, grass, oilseed radish, or wheat? I think we'll do some barley. And only 7 likes. Only 7 likes. Ooh, we're gonna have to put some more stuff in it. I don't know if we'll have enough for this field. I didn't even pay attention to that. We might want more fertilizer in there, even though we don't need it, but we better fill it up. Oh, yeah, okay, it's empty of lime. Do we got any seeds? Nope, we don't got any seeds in here either. Okay, we'll go to our buy point, but we do got some fertilizer sitting right here. We'll just take some of that. You know, Cobbler, you wouldn't have, I just have one ear covered, but I talk a little softer. What I was gonna say was, you were just too busy, Cobbler, eating the donut instead of dropping the donut. Well, yeah, that's... What is that? Oh. Eating rum cake. Oh, donuts are great. From the birthday bottle I got. Ooh, birthday bottle. Nice. So, what kind of rum did you get? Oh, laugh out loud. Okay, Cobbler, enjoy. But you don't drive. Bacardi Black Rum, 12 years matured in oak barrel. Ooh. I bet that's really good with Coca-Cola. It's a sin to put any Coke. It's just rum on the rocks. Just 2 ice cubes. Nice. dead calm. Thank you, Cobbler. Smooth. You know, it brings back a memory, Cobbler, of watching Mouse 2222. There was a video that Mouse created where he was playing that oh, what is the game called? I saw it was on PlayStation now, actually. He was playing a game called, I think it was like Farmer's Life or something. Anyway, he was at the, had got home from the bar, and was trying to, if I remember right, walk through his house or something in the video, and he was seeing double, and things were blurry and whatever else, and then he got outside and got on his bicycle. And before he got on his bicycle, he went to go, I think it was feed the pig or something, and instead of one pig being there, there was two pigs. And then he got on his bicycle and was riding to town, and he couldn't steer the bicycle straight, and oh my goodness, it was hilarious. It's like the character in the game got a little bit tipsy, I think. Do you roll any of your fields? Oh, occasionally I roll fields if I have a roller or have the money to buy a roller. Yeah. I really don't mind any of the I don't mind doing any of the work to any field. I guess the one I would say is my least favorite would probably be picking up the stones. I think Willie has been playing the latest version of that game too. Oh, really? I can't imagine. Oh man, Cobbler, I laughed so hard when I was watching him play that first version. Oh my goodness. But if I remember right, like the character in the game, you could make him drink, or it was because you could make him drink, or he needed more rest or something, but his vision was all distorted, and oh my goodness. If anybody knows Mouse, you can about imagine Mouse trying to narrate as the player who's not drunk in real life, but trying to play a game where the character is drunk. Oh, man. It was absolutely hilarious. Taco, welcome, my friend. $19 awesome people checking out the live stream. Welcome, everybody. He was alcoholic and needed to quit, but still needed shot now and then, right? People wished a happy birthday to Cobbler today. We did that, Taco. We did that at the very beginning of the live stream. Our dear friend Cobbler's been here the entire time, basically. Yep, it's Cobbler Farm's birthday, everybody. So make sure you wish him a happy birthday. For every birthday wish you all wish him, he has to take another drink. Nice that you remind me that I'm old as... Oh, everybody. Sorry I said that, but... Oh. Cobbler Farms, one of Cobbler Farms' live streams. Oh, this was, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months ago, something like that. Cobbler Farms did a couple of live streams, everybody, to where for every like on the live stream, he had to drink another beer. Oh my goodness, was he having a ball. That next morning, yeah, that next morning for sure. Please do that when I'm turning 60 May 1st. Oh boy, I can just imagine, right, Lee? Right. Oh, I was at that. Well, I wasn't at... I saw the first one or the second one. I can't remember. He did like 2 of them, Lee. And the one I was at, oh my goodness. Yeah, you need to go over and watch some of Cobbler Farms. Like, go back to when Cobbler Farms first started, which was back on FS19, and watch his little survival series on a Polish map. You'll get to know Cobbler really well. So you can about imagine what his personality was like in those 2 live streams where he had to drink another beer for every like on the live stream. Stinking drunk. Oh, he was just... It wasn't just that, Lee. He was just a... He was like Santa Claus. He was all full of... I mean, it was just a ball of jelly belly. He was just... He was He was very high-spirited. Hey, do you run out of... Okay. Hold on here. Can't read. Hey, do you run out of money or out of... Okay. Not gonna say that word. Sorry for trying to get me to say that word. I think the second one had like 27 likes. Oh, yeah. He was having a blast, that's for sure, Lee. He was having a blast. I think one of them I saw, I could be wrong, but I think the one I saw, man, I sat there and thought to myself, you're doing this on this map, this tiny little map where you really got to pay attention to where you drive. I think one of them he did on the map La Pinky, where it's about the size of the palm of my hand. You know, once you pull forward, you got to back up again. Laugh out loud, can't remember. I wonder what. Hey, we got it. We got it finished. Sweet. New crop in our field. Now we're gonna go make some money at selling some fire logs. What was the Jeremy Tiny map where you made that series, Rusty? I'm pretty sure it was Newbrook Farm. Newbrook Farm, Cobbler Farms. Again, I meant to touch on that a little bit too, Cobbler, so I'm glad you asked. So that was like one of my favorite role plays I created. And it was called Back to the Sticks on Uncle Marty's farm on Newbrook Farm. But what I did was, for some reason, I came up with this idea of how could I take, like, not like copying or trying to turn the movie Back to the Future, like the story of it, into Farming Simulator. Just the thought of like going back to the future, let's say. Just that idea of going back to the future. So the Back to the Future movie inspired that roleplay series. And so basically, you'll have to go back and watch it. I don't want to ruin it, but I took a little itsy bitsy tiny map and created 2 farms on it and traveled between the 2 farms by going back to the future. I am a fully functional alcoholic, but I promised myself that on my 60th birthday I stopped drinking alcohol. Worked perfectly when I stopped smoking on my 50th birthday. after 37 years of smoking. Nice, Taco. Congratulations, my friend. I I helped. I kind of helped influence a few different people try and get sober from alcohol. In my career as a police officer, and actually one of those individuals is I can't remember how old he is, but you know, I'm about 50 and he's probably gonna be about like 35 or so. But he came into the store the other day to get some bolts for his race car, because that is one thing that's really helped him. Is he drives race cars during the, you know, the racing season here in our part of the states of the USA. But he came in, and when he left from buying his bolts for his race car, he turned around walking out the door and he yelled at me and said, "Guess what? Today marks 2 years and 4 months and so many days," or something like that. He knew it to the day. That's how proud of it he is. And I just yelled at him and I just said, "Proud of you." Okay, now I want my flatbed trailer here. That's what I want. Trying to multitask and not working very well. Now I can drink 3 bottles of wine and you would not even notice I had 1 drop of alcohol. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, you gotta want to do it, you know. I know another kid that lives down the street here that is like, I think it's like 7 years now, and he is, goodness gracious, he is probably, I don't know if he might be in his mid-30s. 7 years alcohol sober. Alcohol sober, but one thing you won't get away from him is he loves Mountain Dew. So he's like, "I can get rid of the alcohol, but you'll never make me get rid of my Mountain Dew." Do the do, yeah. Of course, so I like Dr. Pepper a lot, though, so I need to get away from it, though. 5.5 years. Nice. Congrats, Deadcom. Seriously. Speaking of the devil, need to go film. Oh, Cobbler, you're just like Farm Sim Snowy, my friend. Ever since I've known you, anytime we chat or anytime I watch your content, between you and Farm Sim Snowy, it's never a day where I don't smile. I don't drink any soda pops. I probably switched to alcohol-free beer because I don't like that sweet stuff. Yeah, some people don't, you know. I've I'll put it to you this way, Taco. I've often wondered what it would be like not to enjoy sweets because I like them way too much. I used to, you know, when I was in law enforcement, it was nothing for me. Nothing for me at all when I was on night shift on patrol. Uh, for the nights I had to work. Oh, I bet I spent. Oh, I don't even. I don't really want to think about it, but I bet I spent easily 10, to $15 probably on night shift on junk to help me stay awake. You know, and one of the worst things was just any kind of candy. Any kind of candy I could get my hands on. And now I still like my candy, but man, I don't eat near as much of that junk as I used to. Oh, you're welcome, Cobbler. You should get Autoload Trailer. This is torture. My dad was on night shift when he was on patrol. Cool. Oh, I thought about it, guys. I thought about getting Autoload, but hey, you know how I am. Money's tight. Money's tight. Farm prices are high. Hey, you know the one good thing though, Taco, is that at least so far, I haven't dropped any of them. If you've watched my version to the competitive multiplayer one tile challenge, I barely get this far, and I'd lose the pallet and have to try and pick it up, and then get this far and lose the pallet, have to pick it back up. I don't know why, but man, can't keep a hold on a pallet in the multiplayer thing. No lag on here, Rusty. That's true too. I haven't seen the inside of a fast food joint since 2002. It's the multiplayer with PC players. Oh, really, Cobbler? Yeah. Well, darn it. Crusty. Zorch and I should be hashtag and blame Crustu. Zorch is on Xbox. I'm on PlayStation. Crustu's on the PC. It's all Crustu's fault. No. Experience the same. Oh, really? Laugh out loud. Don't pick on Krusty. Probably server issue, right? Yeah, probably server issue. We'll go with that. That sounds better, Taco. Probably server issue. We almost didn't get on there on we recorded on Tuesday night, like I said earlier, and Krusty and I couldn't get loaded on because when we went into multiplayer mode, the game was showing there was three lobbies for farmlands for Zorge. I had these all nicely stacked, and then I ruined it because they're so high up there now that I can't get them up there the way I want them to be. Oh, we're going to make some nice money off of this. One more. All right, there we go. Where do we get to go? Sell them. We got 31,000 liters of fire logs. Okay, they are selling for... I'm on Xbox for now. I'm getting my PS5 later. Nice. Oh, looks like the farmer's market. Okay, here we go. Farmer's market. We got 65,000 right now. You should wait for the price on that steam machine. Oh, there's a new game coming out. Is it next weekend or the week after? I think it's the week after, like 2 weeks away. I can't wait. I got a phone and that's it. No console or PC yet. I'm really thinking about getting this new game that's coming out in a couple weeks, everybody. It's not farming simulator related, but I really want to play it. I want to play something different for once. I don't remember where to sell them. I think maybe right here. Oh yeah, 152,000. Nice. 217. It would allow PC mods to use. This is the game. Some of you have heard me talk about it, but this is the game I'm thinking about buying real soon. I think this is how you spell it. look at is these farms. So there's 4 farms on this map. Which one can we buy? This one is, oh wow, 673,000. This one's 791. Wow. This one's 664. This one's 388. Looks like I need to buy this one first. Realistically, you sell after production. I know cans are different, but still, who waits till your crop is spoiled to sell it? Dead Calm pre-ordered the game. I want to pre-order it too. I just don't have. I want to get another PlayStation card. Because my PlayStation account, I think, is like, I don't know, I think it's like $20 short of getting the like special edition pre-order. I can't remember what they actually called it, but wow. Okay, I got that much. What was that? It's about medieval times, Cobbler, and dragons. Medieval times and dragons is the best way I could describe it to you. So you got knights in shining armor and yeah. It is supposed to have, Cobbler. It is supposed to have one of the biggest open world maps ever right now. The open world map is supposed to be bigger than Red Dead Redemption. Also, I believe that there is talk that it is going to be bigger than GTA's open world. And also, what was the other big thing about it that caught my attention? I can't remember what it was now. Yeah, you'll have to, Cobbler Farms, you'll have to. There's also another really cool, I think, what's going to be really cool, dragon game in development. And I think it is called this. I might not have it quite spelt right, but it's in development. I don't think it, yeah, it's a ways out, but it's supposed it's supposed to be really good. It's something like that. I'm not sure if that's spelt right, but it's close to that, I think. Another big open world game. The first little shot I saw of this Dragonwind game, it reminded me of the movie Dragonheart, is what it reminded me of. Alright, now let's see. What do we got for contracts here? Harvesting. We got some harvesting contracts, but don't have the machine. do got a mower. Let's do that. Let's do a mowing contract. I played for years. AD&D was a dungeon master. Somehow I don't like the digital versions. I'm not playing it, or not. I'm not playing Crimson Desert just because of the whole dragon thing. It's more or less because I'm really interested in the open world, and also I really liked Red Dead Redemption, but I'm not a very good first-person shooter. So I thought I want to try this. Crimson Desert. You still have some like first-person shooter skills that would be important, but also I think a lot of Crimson Desert intertwines a little of like not only Horizon but also Red Dead Redemption, where you got to it's kind of got some survival aspects. There's some side missions, and I don't know what all is gonna be in it yet. There's some crafting and stuff like that you gotta do. And alright, where's this contract at? I'm getting way out of... it's up there. We need to turn around and go this way, really. Very enjoyable live stream chat tonight, everybody. Thank you. I really enjoy when the chat is interactive, you know, really good. I like to talk, but I don't always like to talk all the time. And Mrs. Money came out of the other room and she said, "I'm going to bed." And I said, "You going to bed already?" She said, "Yeah, 'cause you're loud." So, oops. Get my headset on and I can't hear myself talk, I guess. My tone of voice goes up louder. You have some Finnish blood in you. We gotta go up this way. And you know, add a bit of Zelda climbing, anything. Gear improvements with socket systems, right? I'm pretty excited for it, Deadcom. I can't wait to see what it's gonna be like. Alright, now that's not the... It is almost midnight here. I'm gonna crash. Thank you for the live stream and good night. Well, thanks, Taco. You have a great night, my friend, and an amazing weekend ahead. Like to talk, but if no response, it's not required. Oh, cobbler. Okay, now I went totally the wrong way. We need the grass field on the other side of these trees here. This one. 4 a.m. here. And orange covering eyes. Grumpy. You should be sleeping, my friend. That's what we're going to be doing here soon. Sleeping. Wow, you're up early, Grumpy, right, Lee? He is up early. Oops. Not that. In the UK. What in the UK? Oh my goodness gracious, everybody. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. We got to do that. We do. Everybody. Here is what we're gonna do, my friends. I need to get to bed myself, and I just set up a redirect for my wonderful live stream here. And there's a content creator live streaming right now that hasn't been on a live stream in a year. And it is probably a content creator that some of you probably remember. So let's go give my dear friend Scott a very friendly welcome back from RustyMoney. So we will see you all later before he ends his live stream. Let's go raid Scott. So thanks everybody. You know what to do, and we will see you later. Have a good one.